Hello, everyone. We're back. And yes, I'm with Mary, as you know. I'm always with Mary. Well, when we're doing this anyway, I'm not always with Mary. Just get that straight. So, Mary, what do you have any interesting laws for us?
Well, I don't actually have any interesting laws today. I felt lawless. But I
Laws.
wanted to let you know, because Mars is a big thing right now, right?
Yeah.
Did you know that on Mars there is a crater named after the town of Gander, Newfoundland, in honor of its efforts in space research?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Hundreds. They got a
Yeah.
crater up there named after Gander, Newfoundland.
Now you got that accent right on. And I know your mother was from Newfoundland, right?
She was too.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty interesting. Little Newfoundland, little Gander,
Yeah.
big crater.
That big crater. Yeah. What size crater?
Doesn't say.
Oh, okay. Oh, not that I could imagine the size, it's like whatever, how many miles across.
That'd be a big crater if it's got anything to do with Canada.
Yeah, right. All right.
It's the second largest country in the world for land mass.
Yeah, but not the most populated. I mean, we still have areas that are unpopulated.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you got for me, Nancy?
Oh, okay. I've got famous sayings.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, the first one is, you missed 100% of the shots you don't take, said by Wayne Gretzky. So it's like, if you don't try, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, that's kind of self-evident, isn't it?
Well, it is. Yeah. It is. But it's like, some people want to do stuff, but they hold themselves back. And I guess the point is like, if you don't try, obviously you're not going to get anywhere. Right. I mean, it is self-evident, but I just thought that I'd throw that in there.
Well, you know what?
No.
If in Rodney, Ontario, you decide that you want to try, because we're talking about trying to escape a jail, go to Rodney, Ontario, because the jail is the smallest in the world that we know of, and it measures 270 square feet.
Oh, gosh. So how many prisoners does it hold? 2?
I don't know, but I'd hate to be in there. Mm-hmm. But like Wayne Gretzky would say, give it 100% try to get out.
Yeah, for sure. Well, here's another saying that has nothing to do with jails. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Henry Ford.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Henry Ford was a very, very interesting man who was way ahead of his time. And in some of the things I've read is responsible, like he didn't start building things on an assembly line, but he certainly took it to a whole new level and started paying people at that time more than average because he knew it would keep them.
Right. Wasn't it his idea to have affordable cars?
Well, he wasn't the first car maker, but
no, I understand that, but more affordable.
More afford, get it?
Affordable. Of course, he did have his dud.
Yeah.
The famous Edsel.
And while we're talking about cars,
yeah,
in Canada, there are 459 cars for every 1,000 people.
69 cars. That's a lot of cars.
Well, that's only half, though.
Yeah, but that's a good thing, isn't it? I mean, we don't need all of those cars polluting.
Well, and if you think about like the north, they don't have a lot of cars up there.
Where? Up north? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And like it says cars, it doesn't say vehicles, it says cars. And then I guess that takes into account, like it says people, so maybe children too. But I thought that there would be more.
Actually, you'd think about it, you would think there would be more. Yeah.
So the future of cars around the world and in Canada is that it will continue to decrease as electric cars and self-driven cars become more popular.
Right.
Because the future, it says, or what's going to happen, is we won't own cars anymore. We'll simply call for a car, and it will probably be a driverless car.
I like that,
Well,
don't have to, some drivers are talkative, and if you don't feel like talking to anybody, you don't have to, because there is nobody to talk to.
Trust you to think of that. But that means that your grandchildren or great-grandchildren will never know what it's like to drive a vehicle.
Well, they don't know how to use a rotary phone.
And there's an experience that everyone should have.
Yeah, like, they, what about, party lines? There's a lot of things that the generations now, the younger generations don't know. So that's the way it goes,
And one of the big ones is how to write cursive.
How to what? Oh, right. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I know they even stopped teaching that in school, or even how to hold a pencil. Have you watched the way young people hold a pencil or a pen?
Yeah, I know.
It's strange.
I know.
Anyway, this is something that Rosa Parks said. I have learned over the years that when one's mind is made up, this diminishes fear.
Say that again?
When she had learned over the years that when you make up your mind to do something, that diminishes your fear.
Oh, I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I do or not. Like, because I'll do things that I don't like doing, that are really hard to do for me because I'm fearful. And then what happens, I just start shaking. I do it, but I start shaking like crazy. And our mutual friend Corley told me that's the adrenaline, the fear adrenaline kicking in. So that doesn't work for me.
So is that like your social anxiety?
Well, yeah, like if I have to call somebody that I don't know, like I would like to call businesses, local business, to invite them on the show, but that fear,
okay,
what stops me a lot of times. But I did call the Stolo gift shop, and that's how I got that interview because I made the call. But afterwards, I thought, I don't want to do that again.
Good for you, though. You did it. You did it.
I did that one, yeah. So what do you have?
So fears. Let's talk about airplanes, which leads us to talk about airports. Apparently, there are 522 airports with paved runways in Canada,
Right.
and 931 airports with unpaved runways.
So those must be for the smaller planes, right? The unpaved.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Have you ever been in a small plane?
Oh, actually, yes. My father had his pilot's license for small planes, single engine aircraft, and I spent a lot of my childhood up in single engine aircraft.
Cool.
I even started to get my pilot's license at one time.
Was that right? Wow.
Yeah, I did.
Cool.
And then I don't know what it is, but it seems like, if you're open to it, and then I've ridden in small planes all around the world.
Wow. Nice. Yeah, I've never been in a small plane.
Have you ever been in a helicopter?
No, and that's one of my dreams.
Okay, well, we'll make it happen this summer.
Oh, that would be fun. I'd like that.
Let's do it. And let's leave from the Chilliwack Airport, which has a paved runway.
Okay. Well, you don't need a runway.
No, you don't, but I just thought I'd try and
throw that in there.
Okay, go ahead, Nancy.
Okay. This is from Audrey Hepburn, and this is cool. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. Impossible. I'm possible.
Wow. So that goes to calling businesses then, Nancy.
Well, I just like that because there's this, I think he's a singer. I'm not sure. He calls himself Will I Am. His name is William.
Yeah.
Will I Am. I love that's so cool. I mean, sometimes when you break words apart, sorry, Mary. Sometimes when you break words apart, they're so much fun.
Audrey Hepburn was absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Loved her. Loved her.
I agree. A lot of people, I think still do watch her movies. Tiffany at Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah.
One of the most famous ones that I can think of anyway. All right. What do you have?
Well, I need to tell you that you have to be worried about Denmark if you live in Canada.
Why?
Oh, you asked. Thank you. We have been fighting with Denmark over an island in the Arctic since the 1930s.
Why do people have to fight over territory? I don't understand that. I mean, what is important? Do you know the importance of that
Well,
oil?
in this case, it's about oil. No, it's about oil because the Arctic is full of oil and people want accessibility. And it's about the right of way through the Northwest Passage.
Right.
So Denmark, I mean, don't go to Denmark and say, hi, I'm a Canadian, because they might go, jail, because you want our land in the Arctic.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Okay.
I'll pretend I'm an American.
I'd rather go to jail. Go ahead.
All right. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling. Sorry. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Nelson Mandela.
Oh, wow.
Now that was another person who made humongous changes.
Yeah, absolutely.
For others.
Yeah, I bet he could solve the problem about Denmark.
Yes, yes, in a diplomatic way, in a gentle way. Yes.
So talk about trying difficult things. In 2012, someone stole, ready for this, 3,000 tons of maple syrup in Quebec, valued at $18 million.
Oh my gosh.
3,000 tons. I wonder if it was ever found.
I don't know. And I wonder why. Oh, well, obviously they wanted the money for it, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they were feeding bears.
Which is not a good thing.
No, but it's interesting the things that people will steal. I think if there's something that can be stolen, people are going to find a way to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
So apparently this heist took months. Like it wasn't just one big walk out the door with all the maple syrup. Apparently it happened over a period of time between 2011 and 2012, and they stole 9,571 barrels of maple syrup.
Right. I was thinking honey when I said feeding the bears. So like they had they were making lots of pancakes.
So what they did is the thieves took the barrels of maple syrup, and then they took the maple syrup out, refilled the barrels with water, and returned them to the facility. So it was an inside job. For
sure. Oh my God, what a lot of work it took. It sounds like anyway.
Yeah.
Wow, that's insane.
Apparently the barrels were recovered from an exporter in New Brunswick.
Oh, not one of my family members.
17 men were arrested.
Okay.
As a result of that.
Unbelievable.
Only in Canada.
Yes, only in Canada. Yes. Okay. This is Walt Disney. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. So that's what those guys did. They sat around for a while talking about it, and then they just started doing.
Nancy, that's all I've got. I need to tell you that if you want to send a letter to the North Pole, you can write it in any language. Just send it to the North Pole, HOHOHO, and you will get a letter back from Santa. And the official telephone number for Canada is 1-800-O-Canada.
Oh, nice. Well, I've got a number of more sayings here if you want to hear them.
Sure, go for it.
Okay. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. That's Steve Jobs. He's a co-founder of Apple. If life were predictable, it would cease to be life and be without flavor. Eleanor Roosevelt.
Another amazing woman. Wow. People don't know a lot about her, but she was another inspiring woman.
Do you have any examples?
No, but during her time, she was quite radical during that time. And I understand that she was really a power behind the presidential speech.
Good.
Yeah, she wasn't just a little change the roses in the rose garden kind of woman.
Right. Good for her. All right. So what was, okay. If you look at what you have in life, you'll always have more. Okay. Sorry. I keep messing things up today. If you look at what you have, you'll always want more. If you look at what you don't have, you'll never have enough. Oprah Winfrey.
You're just on to the power women today, aren't you?
I know, but there's other people here that are not power women. Two more. If you set your goals ridiculously high and it's a failure, you will fail above everyone else's success. That's James Cameron. He's a Canadian film director.
Okay.
And the last one, life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. John Lennon.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, I like that one.
Is so true.
Yeah.
The last 3 years since Don got sick, I've had a little saying, and it's, I make a plan and God laughs.
Yeah.
Mary thinks she's going to do that.
Yeah, think again, right? So now you have something you want to say just before we end this, Mary?
Yeah, on behalf of both Nancy and I, we just want to recognize the hurt and pain that is being experienced right now because of the discoveries of the bodies at the Kamloops Residential School.
Yeah, our hearts go out to everybody. It's like, it's just so huge. So huge.
Unimaginable.
Yeah, absolutely. And on that note, we're going to end this, and we'll see you next time. So Mary and I are going to do our high five. Oh, I have to hide my arm. I keep forgetting not to do bare arms.
I'm going to put it right there. You go for it.
All right, everybody. See you next time. Mary, see you next time.
You bet.
Bye, folks.